This was his office. And this was their bedroom. Looks quite comfortable. More sleeping quarters. And yet more sleeping quarters. The aides de camp lived here as well. Look at all the paneling above the fireplace there. No closets. So the upstairs part was where the servants lived. This would be the general's trunk. Look at rock work in these buildings. And this is the most important room. Look at the size of that fireplace there, huh? Isn't that something? It's monstrous. It's almost like a closet. Got a fairly high ceiling here. Thick walls. And the kitchen was probably one of the warmest places in the whole complex. Oh, look at the oven. All right. The rain comes and goes. And so shall I. It's rainy, but it's not very cold. Just cool. 72 degrees, something like that. Which I prefer to the heat and humidity. And here we have a group. Maybe I shall wander up there and see what they are talking about. This looks like a stable. And look at the building here. Beautiful stonework. Well, I missed that on that. So, across the wet grass again to the stables. All right, let's check it out here. Forging a Nation. Oh, I came in the wrong door. Okay, here we go. Iron making in colonial America. The center of iron making. And that was the Hopewell that I did yesterday. Iron making on the Valley Creek. They had all the ingredients needed here. They had timber, limestone, and iron ore. And this is one of the reasons they chose this area, to protect the homegrown industry. Oh, it's beautiful. It's like a beautiful park. Look at that black walnut tree. Look at that limb, the way it hangs down. Okay, on the left there is the forge. And there's Washington's headquarters. There's the railroad building. And this is looking up towards Route 23. All right, Washington's statue was in the Roman Republican tradition of leadership. In his right hand is a cane, symbol of returning to the plow. And then in his left hand is the symbol of civil authority. Take a closer look. The father of our country wears his military uniform, but carries a civilian walking cane rather than his sword, which has been set aside. He stands by a farmer's plow, symbol of his love of peace and agriculture. He rests his hands on a bundle of rods called a fasces, a Roman symbol of civil authority. Here, the 13 rods represent the joining of the original states and the strength gained from that unity. The Commander-in-Chief's Guards, an elite security force. Always present, Washington Guards occupied the huts here. This special detachment was created to protect the Commander-in-Chief, his official family, and his equipment, supplies, and papers. Washington required that each lifeguard, as they call themselves, be a native-born American. It was assumed such men would be loyal, as they had invested interest in the success of the war. Today, this tradition continues in the form of the 3rd United States Infantry, the unit that stands guard at the tomb of the unknown soldier in Arlington. Let's take a look. Not exactly the lap of luxury. 3 stories, 3 bunks high. Fireplace. Well, the rain doesn't seem to want to let up. These are pretty much the same. And I guess this is the kitchen, maybe? There's a trolley car. I guess it runs from the visitor center, which I'll be going to next. And so this is a tour. Remembering Valley Forge. The perseverance of the soldiers at Valley Forge is a beloved American story. Long discussed ideas for commemoration of their sacrifices were implemented after the disruption of the Civil War, when the centennials of both Declaration of Independence and also the encampment itself refocused attention on unification and the ideals of the Revolutionary period. Preservation came about from citizen action and advocacy. Their common vision was the preservation of a significant place that had inspired the Continental Army and that continued to inspire Americans a century later. In 1877, the encampment attracted 40,000 people.